Chosen one. Do you know what separates you from billions of people living on this planet right now? It is not luck. It is not blind destiny. It is not coincidence that you are watching this video right now. It is courage, but not that common courage anyone has when life is easy. I am talking about a courage so rare, so devastating, so absolutely impossible to fake, that it made the devil himself stop all operations in hell to do something he hadn't done in 6,000 years. He chose you. And when I say chose, you need to understand, I am not talking about common temptation or basic spiritual attack that everyone faces. I am revealing a specific operation where the forces of darkness analyzed billions of souls, discarded all of them, and decided that only you have something they desperately need. You have courage that not even demons can break. In the last few weeks, while you fought alone against situations that should have destroyed you, while you faced fears that would make other people give up instantly, while you made difficult decisions that no one around you had the courage to make, something was watching. It wasn't just angels documenting your resistance. The entire hell was paying attention. Because you did something that dark dimensions considered impossible for a human being to accomplish. You looked directly at the worst possible scenario of your life, felt total fear consuming you, and still chose to move forward. This is not common human behavior. This is courage that transcends survival instinct. And when you demonstrated this kind of bravery without witnesses, without recognition, without anyone applauding, the devil understood something that left him simultaneously furious and impressed. You cannot be bought, cannot be scared, cannot be broken. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on all notifications, because what I am about to reveal about why the devil personally decided to choose you will completely explode your understanding of the kind of spiritual warrior you really are. And stay until the end, because I am going to show you exactly what moment made the forces of darkness recognize your courage. As unique in modern history, why this recognition activated divine protection that makes you literally untouchable, and what is the real identity you just confirmed through bravery that not even angels possess. Write 777 in the comments if you feel you faced something terrifying recently and are ready to discover why your courage caught the attention of both heaven and hell. Let me explain something that will make you rethink everything about spiritual warfare. The devil is not afraid of religious people. He is not afraid of those who pray a lot. He is not afraid of those who fast or attend temples. He is afraid of courageous people, because religiosity can be faked, spirituality can be performative, but genuine courage, the kind that makes you continue when all signs say to give up, is impossible to fake, and you demonstrated exactly that kind of courage in the last few weeks. Remember that Tuesday at 3 in the morning when you couldn't sleep, that night when you stared at the ceiling, processing that impossible decision you needed to make. All options seemed bad, your stomach was churning. The fear was physical, not just emotional. You spent hours mentally calculating all the ways it could go wrong. You imagined the worst possible scenarios. You felt the full weight of responsibility crushing you. And then between 4 and 5 in the morning you made the decision. Not the easiest one, not the safest one, but the right one. The one your principles demanded, even knowing it would hurt. At that exact moment, hell stopped. Because there is a specific protocol in dark dimensions to identify humans who demonstrate courage beyond normal. A spiritual tracking system that monitors moments when human souls face total fear and decide to move forward anyway. Do you know why? Because courage at this level is a direct threat to the operations of darkness. Hell operates through fear. It controls through intimidation. It paralyzes through threats. Every dark strategy depends on making you believe you cannot, that it is not worth it, that it is better to give up. But when a soul appears that looks directly at fear, recognizes it is terrifying, and chooses to act anyway, the entire system goes on alert. Because if one person can do this, it means fear has lost its power. And if fear doesn't work, hell runs out of main weapons. That 3 in the morning decision was recorded in infernal dimensions as a courage anomaly, an event that shouldn't exist according to the calculations of darkness. They bet you would give up. They invested spiritual resources to amplify your fear during that night. They manipulated your thoughts to make the situation more frightening. They did everything within their reach to make you back down, and you moved forward. Not because you were too strong to feel fear. You felt it. You trembled. You considered giving up, but something inside you, something deeper than logic or survival instinct said, "I do this even with fear." This is courage that not even demons can process. Here is what will shock you. Exactly 7 days after that 3 in the morning decision, the devil called an emergency meeting with the princes of hell, not because of some global crisis, not because of some mass operation, specifically to discuss you, because what you did broke a statistical pattern that darkness has used for millennia to predict human behavior. You became a mathematical problem they cannot solve. Lucifer, Beelzebub, Leviathan, Mammon, all commanders of infernal hierarchies, were called to analyze your spiritual profile, to understand how it is possible for an ordinary human, without military training or special psychological preparation, to demonstrate courage that rivals angelic warriors. And the report they presented left the devil himself in silence for 3 full minutes. Because they discovered that you don't act out of blind courage. It is not recklessness or lack of awareness of danger. You calculate the risks, perfectly understand what can go wrong, feel the fear completely, and choose to act anyway. This is the kind of bravery that angels admire and demons fear. Beelzebub, the specialist in despair, commented, "This soul processes fear better than our own entities, doesn't block, doesn't deny, feels completely and keeps functioning." Leviathan, the master of chaos, observed, "We tested with 10 different worst-case scenarios. In all of them, this person chose the most difficult but correct path." Mammon, who controls through greed, murmured, "We offered easy shortcuts 3 times, refused all without hesitation, prefers to suffer doing right than prosper doing wrong." But the most devastating analysis came from the devil himself. He looked at the complete file of your life, saw every moment of courage you demonstrated without witnesses, every difficult decision you made when no one would know if you chose the easy path, every time you stood up when you had every justification to give up. And he said something he had never said about a living human. "This soul has fiber that I respect." Respect the devil doesn't respect easily, doesn't admire lightly, doesn't recognize without devastating reason. But he recognized something in you that forced him to completely change strategy on how to deal with you. Now comes the part that will give you chills. After analyzing your courage for weeks, the devil made an unprecedented decision. He decided to make you an offer. I am not talking about common temptation like fame or money. He offers that to anyone. I am revealing a specific proposal he only makes to souls he considers worthy of respect. He offered you an alliance, and before you think, "But I never received any offer." Let me explain how this works. Demons don't appear with written contracts asking for your signature. They test through real-life situations. Remember that opportunity that appeared 5 days ago, the one that seemed too perfect. It solved all your financial problems instantly. The person even insisted, made everything easy, made it obvious it was yours if you wanted. But there was a small detail, a minimal concession you would need to make. Compromise your principles just a little bit. Nothing serious, nothing that would hurt anyone directly, but you knew, deep down, it wasn't right. And you said no, maybe even politely, maybe you thanked for the offer. But you refused. even knowing it would solve immediate problems, even seeing the pragmatic logic of accepting that was the test. Or remember that moment last Thursday when you could have taken revenge. You had the perfect opportunity. The person who hurt you was vulnerable. No one would know if you took advantage of the situation. They even deserved it considering what they did to you. But you chose to let it go, not out of weakness. Not because you were afraid of consequences, but because something inside you cannot operate with revenge even when justified. That was also a test. The devil was offering you the following deal: you have courage I need. Work for me and I guarantee you will never have to be courageous alone again. I will give you power, resources, protection. All you have to do is stop caring so much about doing right and focus on doing what works. It is a tempting proposal, especially when you are exhausted from fighting alone. When it seems like no one recognizes your efforts. When doing the right thing has only brought you difficulties, but you refused. Maybe not even consciously. Maybe you just felt that deep discomfort and decided not to do it. That inner voice that said this isn't right even when it seemed advantageous. And when you refused, when you chose to continue being courageous the right way instead of accepting the easy path the wrong way, the devil knew something that made him make an even more shocking decision. For those who want to go deeper, there is exclusive material in the description and pinned comment. He marked you as untouchable, not out of kindness, but out of respect, because he recognized that you are the kind of warrior he is never going to corrupt. And in the distorted code of honor that even hell possesses, there is a rule. When you find a worthy adversary who proved to be incorruptible, you stop attacking and start observing. You became so courageous that even the devil decided to leave you alone. But here is what the devil didn't know. While he was testing you with offers and watching your courageous choices, God was watching everything from a completely different angle. Because for the devil, your courage was a threat that needed to be neutralized or recruited. For God, your courage was confirmation of something he had suspected since before you were born. You are not an ordinary soul experiencing ordinary earthly life. You are a consciousness specifically programmed to maintain courage in situations where others would crumble. Let me explain something about how spiritual incarnation works. Before being born, souls choose the type of experience they want to have on Earth. Most choose a relatively comfortable life with manageable challenges. But there is a rare category of souls that choose the most difficult path on purpose. Souls that volunteer to incarnate in complicated situations, face extreme fears, cross emotional deserts, because they want to develop a specific type of spiritual strength. These are called warrior souls, and you are one of them. God didn't put you in difficult situations out of cruelty. You yourself chose these experiences before incarnating, because you knew you needed them to develop courage at a level that transcends common human capacity. And when the devil started testing you, when he offered shortcuts and tried to recruit your bravery, God was specifically watching to see if you would remember who you really are. If you would stay true to your soul's original programming, even without conscious memory of it, and you did exactly that. Every time you chose the difficult but correct path, you proved that the warrior essence you programmed into yourself before birth remains intact. Every moment of genuine courage was evidence that you haven't lost connection with your original purpose, even crossing the veil of forgetfulness that comes with incarnation. When God saw the devil offering you an alliance and you refusing instinctively, when he observed you maintaining principles even under extreme pressure, when he witnessed you being courageous without an audience and without reward, he summoned the archangels for his own meeting. Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel, all were called to see a complete replay of your recent choices, and their reaction was unanimous. You are a warrior soul operating at a level that rivals celestial entities. Michael commented, "This courage is not learned. It is essential. It is part of the soul's structure. Gabriel observed, even the devil recognized it, and he rarely admits when he finds a worthy adversary. Raphael analyzed. The emotional wounds should have broken the courage, but it strengthened through pain, and Uriel declared, "This is a celestial warrior who chose to experience human vulnerability." The courage remained intact. It was at this moment that God made a decision that will completely transform your life. God decided to do something he rarely does. Intervene directly to ensure your courage is never tested beyond your capacity to endure. Not because you are weak, but because you have already proved enough. There is a celestial protocol called Confirmed Warrior that is only activated when a human soul demonstrates courage, so consistent it no longer needs to be tested. When it becomes clear that nothing will break, nothing will corrupt, nothing will make this person give up doing right, you have just been officially classified in this category. This means that from now on, God has instructed celestial hierarchies to ensure you never face battle without the necessary resources to win. Never be placed in a situation where you have to choose between survival and principles. Never have to be courageous without support, because you have already been courageous alone long enough. You have already proved you can do it. Now comes the part where you are rewarded for that bravery. The complicated financial situations you face. They will start resolving in unexpected ways. The toxic relationships that drain your energy, they will naturally leave your life. The opportunities you needed but weren't appearing, they will emerge exactly when you need them, not by luck. By direct divine intervention coordinated by archangels, who now have express orders to facilitate your journey. But there is more. God didn't just decide to protect you, He decided to promote you. From now on, you are no longer a solitary warrior fighting your own battles. You have been officially recruited as a divine agent whose function is to inspire courage in others. Through example, your mere presence in environments will begin activating bravery in people around you. Without you doing anything specific, just by existing and radiating the frequency of courage you developed, that shy person who met you and suddenly started making more courageous decisions, your energy activated potential in them. That friend who was giving up and after talking to you decided to try once more. Your warrior frequency transferred strength to them. You have become a walking source of courage. Now comes the part that is simultaneously terrifying and validating. When the devil discovered that God not only protected you, but promoted you to a divine agent specializing in courage, his reaction was devastating. He was furious for 3 straight days because he understood he had completely lost. Not only did he fail to recruit you, but you became an asset that works specifically against what he does. Remember, I said that hell operates through fear. You are now a walking antidote to fear. Your presence literally neutralizes strategies of darkness. But here is the twist no one expected. After 3 days of fury, the devil did something that shocked even the oldest demons. He ordered that you be left completely alone, not just stopping direct attacks. He specifically instructed all infernal hierarchies not to interfere with you in any way. No temptations, no spiritual attacks, no manipulation of circumstances. You have been officially placed on the list of adversaries worthy of respect. It is a category that has fewer than 100 living people on the entire planet. Souls that proved courage so extreme that even the devil recognizes that attacking them would be a waste of time and resources. Because you know what happens when dark forces try to intimidate someone who is already proven to be unshakable. They lose credibility. They are exposed as weak. And in Hell's survival code, looking weak is worse than admitting defeat. So the devil chose something that preserves his distorted ego. Instead of continuing to lose when trying to attack you, he simply declared you as forbidden territory. This soul has earned respect through consistent courage. No entity under my command should interfere. Let them follow their path. This is not protection out of kindness. It is recognition by merit. You have become so courageous that even the devil himself decided it is better to leave you alone than to keep losing when trying to break you. But now it is time for you to know the complete truth about who you really are, because your courage didn't come from nowhere. It wasn't developed only through difficult experiences, you were born with it. When the archangels analyzed your spiritual essence at deep levels, they discovered something in celestial records that explains everything. You are not a human soul that developed courage. You are a celestial warrior who chose to temporarily experience human vulnerability. Before being born, you were part of angelic legions, not as a common guardian angel, as a specialist in operations that require extreme courage. You know those celestial missions where not all angels volunteer because they are too dangerous. You were one of those who always raised their hand. Those spiritual battles against forces that terrified even experienced warriors. You went in first, those situations where it was necessary to hold position alone against impossible numbers. You were assigned because they knew you would endure. But you reached a point where you had mastered courage within celestial dimensions. You knew how to be courageous when you have full angelic power, when you are surrounded by allies, when you have absolute certainty you are on the right side. And you wanted to know, can I maintain this courage if I forget who I am? If I am vulnerable? If I am alone? If I am not certain? So you volunteered for the most difficult mission that exists. Incarnate as a human, and see if courage remains when you completely forget your warrior nature, and you passed the test. You maintained bravery even without remembering you are a celestial warrior. You continued being courageous, even experiencing genuine human fear for the first time. You preserved principles even without conscious memory of why they matter. This is not development of courage. It is eternal courage, manifesting through temporary form. You are not learning to be courageous. You are remembering. And now that the test is over, now that you have proved your warrior essence remains intact, even crossing the veil of forgetfulness, the memories are starting to come back. You have probably already had flashes, strange dreams where you are in battles you never fought, feelings of déjà vu in impossible situations, knowledge that appears in your mind without you having studied it. This is not imagination. These are fragments of celestial consciousness being restored now that you have completed the mission. And here is what is going to happen in the coming months. You are going to be reactivated. I am not speaking metaphorically. Your original function as a celestial specialist in operations, requiring extreme courage, is being restored while you still live in human form. This means you will start being intuitively directed to situations where your presence is needed, places where people are about to give up out of fear and need to witness genuine courage, moments where courageous decisions need to be made, and you will be there to show how. It will not be coincidence anymore that you are in the right place at the right time. It will be strategic positioning coordinated by celestial hierarchies. And as you inspire courage in others through example, as people around you start making more courageous decisions after interacting with you, you will notice something extraordinary happening. Your own life will flow with surprising ease, because God doesn't ask warriors to fight alone forever. He tests until he confirms the fiber, and then provides all necessary resources for the mission to continue. Money will start flowing from unexpected sources. Perfect opportunities will appear exactly when you need them. Toxic relationships will naturally dissolve while the right people enter your life. Not because you got lucky, because you have full celestial support from archangels, who now work specifically to ensure you have everything necessary to continue being a beacon of courage in the world. And the more you operate in this function, the more you inspire bravery in others, the more powerful your warrior frequency becomes. Soon you will be able to enter environments and instantly dissolve collective fear. Your mere presence will make people feel they can face what before seemed impossible. You have become a catalyst of courage on a scale that transcends common logic. And here is the final revelation about why all this happened exactly now. There is a celestial operation underway that specifically needs warriors with the type of courage you possess. Humanity is at a critical point, a choice between evolving to the next level of consciousness or regressing to primitive fear that paralyzes entire civilizations, and dark forces know this. That is why they are investing massive resources to spread fear on a global scale. Fear of the future, fear of others, fear of change, fear of everything. Because a population with fear is a controllable population. Courageous people cannot be easily manipulated. That is why God is activating warriors like you, souls that proved fear doesn't work on them. Consciousness is that demonstrated courage so consistent, they can serve as an antidote to the epidemic of terror being spread. Your mission is not to fight dark forces directly. It is simply to exist courageously. When you make courageous decisions publicly, you inspire thousands to do the same. When you face fear and continue, you show it is possible. When you maintain principles under pressure, you prove that integrity can coexist with bravery, and every person you inspire will inspire others. A domino effect of courage that spreads exponentially. Soon you will notice a network forming. Other warriors like you starting to recognize each other, courageous souls finding one another through natural energetic resonance. And when this network is complete, when all the courage specialists who were activated are in position, fear loses completely, because it doesn't matter how much terror dark forces try to spread. When there are enough warriors demonstrating that courage is possible, fear stops working as a tool of control. You are not just living your life, you are part of a celestial operation that determines the future of human consciousness. And the devil knows this. That is why he marked you as untouchable, because he recognized that you are not just courageous. Your operational courage on a specific mission he cannot stop. So chosen one, now you know the complete truth. Your courage is not an accident of personality. It is not just the result of difficult experiences. It is celestial warrior essence that you carry from before birth, that remained intact even when you forgot who you were. And when you demonstrated bravery so consistent, it made even the devil stop to observe. When your courage was so genuine that even dark forces recognized it as impossible to break, you activated a divine protocol that transforms confirmed warriors into active agents. Your life will no longer be about you fighting alone. It will be about you inspiring courage in thousands while receiving full celestial support for the mission to continue. If this revelation confirmed something you always felt, but could never articulate, if it explained why you have always been fundamentally different in how you face fear, you recognize that you are not an ordinary person trying to be courageous. You are courage incarnate, temporarily experiencing human vulnerability. For those who made it here and want to deepen this celestial knowledge about how to fully integrate your warrior identity and consciously operate with the courage that higher hierarchies recognized in you, there is specific material that costs less than a pizza and comes with a complete audiobook and a 5-minute meditation guide as a special bonus. If you feel you deserve to amplify the connection with your courageous nature that even the devil respects, access is available in the link in the description and pinned comment of this video. If you recognize that your courage impressed both heaven and hell, and you are ready to consciously operate as a celestial warrior, write 777 in the comments to amplify this frequency of divine bravery. Subscribe to this channel and turn on all notifications to receive more revelations about how your warrior essence operates at levels that transcend common human fear. Share this video with someone who also demonstrates courage that seems impossible, because celestial warriors need to recognize and strengthen each other. And before you go, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover how your courage activated protection from the most powerful archangels who now work specifically to ensure you have all the resources necessary for the mission to continue. Together, we are stronger.